True peace, kins and friends. I'm back for another reading, and this reading will be entitled, basically, I'm gonna start with my question. But before I start with my question, I like to begin the bringing in of NoopooH by saying NoopooH 9 times. NoopooH, 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 NoopooH. Okay, I will be reading from the Noonaboo Tarot deck. My question would be, was Dr. Arikana, ADDI, scamming Americans for Burkina Faso citizenship? Was Dr. Arikana with ADI scamming Americans for Burkina Faso citizenship? Whoa. Okay, the first card that popped up in the upright is the Logos card. And it reads, Secondary Creator, Sixth Reason, Savior, Medu Necha, Divine Words, Good Spells, Writings of all kinds, Communication, Knowledge, Wisdom, Equal Standing in the form of writing. In reverse is evil spells, curses, religions, alphabets, worldwide languages, ancient pantheons, occult writings, and secret society rituals. Wow, it came off all the back that it was a lot of talking going on when it came to when Ibrahim Traore were starting to do all the great things as he's doing for Africa, as far as kicking out the enemies of the country who have been sucking them dry, taking their resources. So this card right here basically coincide with all the talking that was doing about giving citizens citizenship from over here in America. Okay. The second card that that was the communication. Yeah, that was the communication as far as what was going on at that time when they start offering up citizenship to American citizens. And around that time, he also was exposing a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom pertaining and giving people an understanding of what the country had been going through with France, the British, and other races over there that done took up space in that country. This card that just came out that I'm holding in the upright is the Caucasian Noon card. And it reads, this will be home only to all straight-haired people such as Caucasians, Europeans, Germans, Irish, after the 2025 cataclysm, or other races will be able to visit with Kingdom Guards chaperone for a limited time and must be escorted off the motherland until a later time. And the reverse means you may not be allowed to visit, or you may broke laws that would not allow you to return. Oh wow. Okay, so this is speaking in the Caucasian way. Yeah, this right here coincide with all the Europeans that were in Burkina Faso. They got kicked out of the land, and right now they are not allowed to come back into the country. Um, so that right there is pinpointing the enemies that was over there in Burkina Faso at around the same time that they were offering up Burkina Faso citizenship into the country. Okay, woo, the third card that just popped up, Moon God Caduceus card. Tahuti is in the building. Okay, and it reads, God of time, wisdom, messenger of the gods, husband of Sishat, represents the physical dead and the mental dead, ruled religion for 1,000 years, God of medicine, drugs, the hospital, healing, and the reverse is neuter gender powers, bisexual, hermaphrodite, and homosexual powers, or combination of all of these. Sexual immortality. Okay, this came up. This also coincides with how Ibrahim Traore was condemned homosexuality in the country. He was just going against all of that unnatural debauchery, per se, and also a lot of their hospitals have been overtaken and controlled until Ibrahim Traore came in and built new hospitals, introduced better medicine for the people in the country. So over the period, they have been healing from all the moon god energy. A little bit of the moon god energy is still over there, but they is working themselves through it. And then you have France that cut off 20 billion worth of gold that they had stolen. They not trying to turn it back. And I will be keeping up with that information. I haven't seen anything new pertaining to that, but I will keep my ears to the surface for any information that comes out more about that. The fourth card that comes out in the reverse is the Zubu and Zardar card. And it reads, this is the brain newt god and goddess who are the creators of non-African people's hearts and veins of animals, mankind, reptiles, and mammals. This card works in the same fashion as its counter card. These powers provide movement in the form of habitats and receiving instructions from the ancient African race. These powers are very aggressive and utilize the animal powers of the zodiac. Okay. Let me see. Okay, let me get a little bit more reading on that. Okay, here we go. The next card is the Zardu and Zadar card. These powers allows movement for mankind and all of their manifestations culturally, spiritually, commerce-wise, biologically, etc. This card in the upright allows individuals to receive teachings, culture, self-defense, agriculture, sciences, anything that deals with surviving at the best rate mankind could reach reasonably wise. You can also call this a student power card. In its reverse, nothing is learned on how to attain prosperity in any form. So by them saying that, basically what they saying, what this card is reading at this moment of the question that coincide with the question is, they take prosperity and use it in the negative. I repeat, they take prosperity and they use it in the negative. And these two cards, okay, you have the logos card that goes with them doing all that talking back then pertaining to the citizenship that was manifested and thought by Dr. Arikana. She pushed that because I remember those videos. Okay, and then you have the moon god that comes in basically to show how the hospitals were being misused. This right here is just the overall energy of what was taking place in Burkina Faso around the time Ibrahim took power. He took power, and after he took power, that moon god energy was still in effect, still trying to unalive him and so forth. So yeah, Tahuti, the moon god, another word for sin, and we all know what that falls under sin. You got all type of debauchery. You got grape, pedos, unalivings. It's just scammers. Yeah, it's just a little too much of what they take part in. Last card that I have here in the upright is the Mongolian Noon card. It reads, this will be home only to all straight-haired people such as Japanese, Chinese, Koreans, Vietnamese. After the 2025 cataclysm, all other races will be able to visit with Kingdom Guard chaperone for a limited time and must be escorted off the motherland until a later time. In the reverse means you may not be allowed to visit, or you may broke laws that will not allow you to return. Okay, now with this with this coming up, it also let us know that it's Chinese over there in Burkina Faso too that own businesses. So that time will come where they will have to leave the country and go back to their own country. And the only way they will be able to come back into Africa would be chaperoned into, and chaperone in and chaperoned out. Okay, so we have the logos card that speak of what they were trying to do as far as getting citizenship. They was pushing this. Dr. Arikana were. The Caucasian Noon kingdom when they was pushing out all the Europeans out of Africa and making them go back to their own country. Moon God is the overall negative forces that that's over there. I mean, well, it's not just over there in Burkina Faso. This negative force, the moon god, is everywhere, even over here in America. So it's not just Africa. These negative forces is everywhere. And they'll do any and everything to achieve their aims and collecting all of this energy through the blood from the people lives that they are taking. Then we have the Zulu and Zada in reverse again, and it just basically speaking of sorry about that. Yeah. Yeah. They haven't learned anything. That's it. They still haven't learned anything yet. My thing is, after all of what the Europeans has done to them in their country, and they given us they given us their reflection of how they are doing the best for the people, and not saying that they not, but as far as people over here is like they are showing that they really don't care. And not only that, those that was trying to those that were scammed as far as trying to get citizenship, not once did any of them do their ancestry. And my thing is, because if you had done that, then you would use your own money to go over there on your own accord. You can't sit on your behind and expect for a country to just grant you citizenship and you don't know anything about the country. The only thing you're looking towards is the accomplishments that's taking place. And the compliments that's taking place is not towards us, it's towards the people in the country. So that right there within itself didn't even make sense for people to just sit on their behinds and expect for a country to grant them citizenship. It don't work like that. You got to do your part as well. Okay, I want to show you what Dr. Arikana looks like for those that's tuning in. Tuning in. Here she go right here. That is Dr. Arikana, the lady that is accused of scamming American citizens to to be granted citizenship over there in Burkina Faso. That is Dr. Arikana. And this was pointed out. Look at her. I mean, just look at her image. There's nothing natural about this lady. Hold on. Sorry, there's nothing natural about this lady. Nothing at all. So you can't expect to keep trusting these politicians no matter where they at. In any country, this country over here in America, we cannot trust Democrats or Republicans. Just like you can't trust those politicians over there, especially if you don't live in that country. You don't know everything that's happening over there. You only seeing on the surface of what has been shown to us in videos. But there's a lot going on over there. So, yeah. That right there. Oh, I'm sorry. I have another. I have another question I would like to ask. Yeah. Okay. The question is: did Ibrahim Traore know about the Americans being scammed for Burkina Faso citizenship? That's the question. All right. What we have right here. Okay, the card that come up in the reverse is the commandment law card 2. And it reads, do for others that you would want done for self, the same way each time that condition are the same. This law teaches us not to be selfish, but kind and helpful to others in need. Okay, so being that that card was in the reverse, um, that's not what was done. That's not what was done. So basically, they just took that whole upright reading and reversed it. They doing the opposite. They doing the opposite. And this is not speaking on the people in the country. This speaking on those that were scammed. That's what these questions is referencing. So, oh my gosh. All right, I'm gonna check it out anyway. Mm. Mm. Okay. The next card is okay. This card is a blanket law that can be applied everywhere where common sense is found. This card belongs to the kingdom law family of cards and known signs. If this law is followed, will keep you from experiencing negative backlash from Saturn or Saturn, a son of reward or punishment. And the reverse signals you are in violation of this law and should work quickly to change that for a better return of kindness from nature when you find yourself in need of help. Bam, there it goes. Now, as far as this money concerned that France done held back from Burkina Faso for the youths and youth's future, yeah. Now they needed help, but like I was saying, I would keep my ears close to that because I haven't seen anything else. But I'm just speaking off of what I've already saw um, pertain to that. So yeah, everything that's that was going into good is starting to reverse, um, starting to reverse in some aspect of what's going on in Burkina Faso. But I will keep checking in. The second card is Zenu and Zena card in the upright. These brand new god and goddess are creators of all kittenness and bladders in mammals, reptiles, primates, and mankind races. This card supports fluidity of those mentioned in their habitats over others because of the zodiac animal powers. This covers business, family, economy, spirituality, etc. In the reverse, these passive aggressive energies become super predatory and destroys everything. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So this right here is just speaking on those that were scammed, even though that they didn't think everything through, and because they don't have all the information as far as what they should do to become a citizen of a country that basically where they share ancestry in these other countries, you have to do the needful. Even though this has happened, even though this has happened, you are it it just basically supports your fluidity as far as how of what you was trying to do. Because one thing about us as a people, once we put our mind to doing something, we do it. So with that being said, put your mind to doing more research before trying to become a citizen of other countries, and then this stuff wouldn't happen anymore. Okay, the third card in the upright, kindred law card. All people of a kind or race species are one and the same by blood, lineage, and nature, and what one person of the species does affects the rest of the species, directly or indirectly, the same way each time that conditions are the same. This law is called the kindred or blood lineage law in Book 1 of Introduction to the Nature of Nature, also written by Afro-Unu, the Noon Writer. Okay, so this goes with this card. This goes with this card. It's just basically breaking down how same blood lineage and nature. Same blood lineage and nature, because we are of the Ethiopian race. So you are. It's just basically breaking down how we are of the same blood lineage. So you just have to do the due diligence to get more information before you try to go into these countries. Okay, the card in the reverse is nine ether card, nine ether chemical card in the reverse. Hydrogen, life giving, origin, sunshine, sun, blackness, noon,